Have the switches on a bike ever felt clumsy, awkward, or frustrating to use? The design of these switches can drastically affect the overall refinement felt with a motorcycle. Yamaha Motor has a dedicated team for studying and developing human-machine interfaces. This section employs unique, ergonomics-based approaches to design and build functionality into all the parts a rider interacts with, from the shift pedal and handlebar switches to the instrument display. The goal is to eliminate elements that interfere with or otherwise distract during use. That way, the rider can enjoy a purer experience of the unique joy of motorcycling, when human intent and machine response come together in perfect sync.
直感的に操作をできること、それから操作の無駄を排除すること、それらを叶えつつできる限りコンパクトに設計すること、その3つがポイントだと考えています。
The basics of ergonomics are to prevent errors during operation, to have universal methods for operation, and to enable usage with as little training or experience as possible. Deviating from these themes and focusing solely on appearance only leads to additional work for the rider. The HMI design team decided to go back to the basics of ergonomic design, affordance. This is what helps users intuitively understand how to interact with something. So instead of optimizing switch boxes for each individual model, the team sought to design a switch box that remained largely universal and usable even when switching to a different bike. A more representative example of this approach is the lever for deploying or retracting the landing gear on passenger aircraft, which is to this day still shaped like a wheel. Based on our Jinki Kanno development ideal, the team explores shapes and forms that not only look easy to use, but are also pleasing to the eye. From there, they create sketches of them and then physical prototypes with a 3D printer. These are then checked via simulator analysis to ascertain actual usability. Next comes design changes for manufacturability, incorporating various requirements for internal construction, manufacturing ease, and so on.
複雑なスイッチいっぱいついてると運転しにくいじゃないですか。なので全てのライダーに安心してバイクを楽しんでもらうというのが、目的になってます。
形から生まれたというか、手の指から生まれてる感じですね。グリップ握ったまんまレバー引いてみたいな時に、親指ってどこ動きますっていうのをまずはいろいろシミュレーションしていったっていう感じですね。
実際に運転している時ってハンドルスイッチを見るってことはなくて、そういった時に自然に指が押したいボタンに誘導されていくような、そういったところを意識しながら形状を作っていきました。
We collect data on hand sizes, finger lengths, glove types, and how they influence use of the throttle, clutch lever, and handlebars when riding. From there, we narrow down the optimal dimensions and shapes before transitioning to the actual engineering stage. Even the feel of pushing a turn signal button or using a joystick is carefully assessed and adjusted to be pleasing to use.
最終的にやっぱり人が操作してどう感じるかっていうところですんで、評価の数自体は多く取っていて、手のちっちゃい女性の方とかからそれこそ大柄な120キロぐらいある人かなとかまで、それぞれの指の長さとかを測ったりして見てもらったんですけれども、複数名で確認して決定しているというところです。
We wanted to alleviate the small but still existent stress of using the turn signals when switching lanes, whether it's on a city street or the highway, and thereby free up more focus for the rider. This is why the turn signal switches on the latest Yamahas have a unique design, in which touching it with a finger enables recognition of its left or right side through feel alone. Furthermore, a light tap of the switch makes the turn signal flash 3 times, while a full click while underway will make the indicator turn off automatically, after either 15 seconds or 150 meters of travel. The joystick comes into play when selecting from among several YRC ride modes that allow the rider to tweak the machine to their preferences, and motorcyclists used to video game controllers, smartphones, and other electronic devices will find it very familiar. What made this compact, simple, and intuitive-to-use switchbox possible was the first use of flexible printed circuit boards on a Yamaha. The adoption of a flexible PCB that can be bent greatly increased the degree of freedom the engineers were afforded. In addition, rubber contacts were used for the contact points between the boards and the switches to improve water resistance and enhance feel when clicking.
従来の基板ですと曲げられないので、どうしてもこの大きさが大きくなってしまったり、もしくはこの角度を変えようとすると、分割しないといけなくなってきてしまうんですけど、それがこのフレキシブル基板だと1枚の基板のままで角度とかを自由に変えられたりとかすることができて、そのレイアウトの自由度っていうのが、今までの基板に比べると格段に向上してます。
従来の内部構造による制約っていうものがなくなるので、ライダーが欲しい面にノブの面を持ってこれる。で、ノブの形も直感的に分かるようにチューニングできるっていうところが、今回のフレキシブル基板採用のメリットです。
How can we make a user's life with a motorcycle more fun? How can we get them hooked on a pure, unfiltered riding sensation? Our Jinki Kanno ideal has always brought forth new technologies from new perspectives, and its reach goes beyond engine specs and handling character, right down to the smallest yet essential details of the machine. Delving deeper into the core of this ideal at Yamaha Motor is driven by our commitment to ensure our exploration of the connection between people and their machines has no end.